Alright guys, real quick, I wanted to do this little section because a build guide doesn't really help if you don't understand what and why you're picking up each skill. So Chonky Angry Bear Boy is gonna go through a couple skills real quick. We're doing Earth Spike, specifically this route. We just want the survivability from this. Lightning Storm is going to be our main source of damage whenever Cataclysm is not up. We want to max this out ASAP, and then we also want Lightning Storm has 12% chance to immobilize enemies hit for 3 seconds. This will be important later. Down, we want Earthen Bulwark. Now, all Earthen Bulwark does is it gives us a form of unstoppable. Earthen Bulwark makes you unstoppable while active, and unstoppable, if you don't know, it breaks CC, crowd control. So if you're ever frozen or staggered or feared or whatever, you pop Bulwark and boom, you're able to take control of your character again. We want to do preserving, just so we can get fortify, and just extra survivability, make it extra chunky. You can throw 3 points into this. We're eventually going to put points into vigilance as well, but it's not like super high priority. Blood Howl. We also want this. This is just going to be some survivability. You get a nice little flat heal. Kills reduce the cooldown, and then it's like a spirit regeneration. That's basically what we're doing. It's just heal, we overheal, we get some barrier, we get some spirit generation, and it's like low cooldown. Endless Tempest, I always try to get this ASAP because the majority of our damage is during Cataclysm. So obviously 15% longer duration of Cataclysm is quite good. Trample, this is a nice ability. The main 2 reasons that we want to do this is because it grants 40 spirit. Again, spirit generation is pretty important. This build is pretty spirit hungry with the spamming of Storm, and then Trample gives another form of unstoppable. And unstoppable is quite important for CC. You know, the Druid early is already kind of a slow class, so getting frozen on top of that feels really bad. Then we're going to Cataclysm. You want to max out Cataclysm. This makes enemies vulnerable. It's quite important. This is our way of proccing vuln on enemies. And then, you know, increased duration, and there's what Cataclysm does. You can pause and read through that if you'd like. And then we want Perfect Storm. Hello everybody, my name is Omni, and I am hopefully going to be making a pretty good Druid here. And I thought, let's do it together. But first thing I do on every new character is, boop, put on the puppy dog. And we are immediately going to find this spot on the map. So there's a whole bunch of Helltide, but there's only going to be one of these. So it says Slay the Blood Maiden, 5 Grim Favors. We're going to mark that and go to the waypoint closest to it. This is where you're going to find the most traffic inside of the Helltide, because everybody wants these 5 favors. It's additional loot, and it's just, yeah. This is the best way to find people inside of Helltide. Which, at level 1, before we actually go out to the Helltide, we want to put on some skill points. So for the Druid, we are going to go boom, boom, and yeah, let's do that. And then I think we're going to go Lightning Storm, and I like grants 1 additional Lightning Strike. Let's do this thing. With Lightning Strike specifically on the Druid, it has 3 stages. So by channeling it, you upgrade its stage. So let me get a full bar of spirit here. Okay. This is 1 stage. It only shoots out 1 lightning bolt. It's pretty weak, right? But if we channel for a while, a couple seconds here, we will do this. Hold it down, and now whenever we hit it, boom, a bunch of lightning strikes come out. Much stronger, much better clear, a lot more damage. Single target as well. So the idea is, if you see the little green bar there on the bottom of the screen, if that goes all the way down, then it resets your stages all the way over. And we are going to reset servers. We're going to try to find a good server. There we go. I got a little friend here. So yeah, just basically going to be doing this until there's about 10-15 minutes left of Helltide. We're going to spend all of our cinders because the chests inside of the Helltide, they scale the XP that you gain off of what level you are. So if you do them at later levels, the more XP you'll actually get from opening the chests, so we want to save them for last. After this Blood Maiden, we're going to go ahead and cash in all of our cinders, do a big loop, and just see how many chests we can open before the end of this Helltide. It's not going to be a whole lot, but we'll see. We'll go from level 25 to maybe 27, 28. Start opening chests. We've got 6 minutes. Let's see how many we can open. So in that first Helltide, we got level 28. 28 and a third. That's not horrible. You know, brand new fresh character in 1 hour. You know, like 45 minutes of a Helltide. Might even get 29 after turning in these whispers to the tree. I always go chaos if I can. Cursed touch, edge masters, hey. These 5 minutes between Helltides, it's like a good break period to like go through your gear or whatever, but if you would rather just stay on top of things, I would suggest this is a good part to go do your class quest. So with the Druid specifically, his class quest requires you to do an entire stronghold beforehand, which at the very beginning of a season doesn't feel too great, especially since at the end of this stronghold there's a pretty tanky boss, so if you don't have the damage, this could be a frustrating fight. So if you don't feel confident and you don't have, you know, roughly a weapon like this, I would say this is like your bare minimum kinda. You wanna have to do this and it feel kinda okay. And you definitely want to have Cataclysm online by this point as well. That's our boss, like single target nuke. If you don't have either of those things, then I would recommend just kind of making sure your gear is in order. Like, this is what I meant by it feels kind of bad. He's relatively tanky. But if you have Cataclysm, I'm about to pop Cataclysm. I've been fighting this guy for a little bit now. I don't do like no damage to him, but here's Cataclysm. So that's basically what you're trying to accomplish there. Just save your Cataclysm for the boss fights and your single target, and just tap, tap, tap your lightning strike at him, and yeah, it melts him pretty good.
I'm not ready yet.
Don't forget to activate your shrine. Alright, so now that we've done the actual stronghold, we can go start our main class quest. I always make sure to grab this waypoint because you're going to need to come back here like in the next 3 minutes after you do the quest anyway. So you'll kick yourself if you forget to grab that. Hello, Goblin. Alright. You have 3 little stony boys here. And then the creepy deer, right? Show me the creepy deer. Get out of the way. Yeah, there's my boy. Perfect. We'll come back whenever we get enough of the blessing juice, and we'll finish that guy, and yeah, the other ones. But other than that, I think this is a pretty decent stopping point. We're almost level 30. We've done 1 Helltide, and we've done our class quest. Alright, guys. I feel like we made some pretty good progress in like an hour or so. So let's just go quickly over the gear, and we'll wrap this video up, and then I'll see you in the next one. Again, Runeworker's Conduit. If you get that aspect, perfect. Slap it on your two-hander. It's a pretty strong little aspect early on. It's going to carry you, do a lot of supplemental damage. Yeah, some just crappy boots. Disobedience on those, or Juggernaut would work if you have that instead. Overcharged on your gloves or a ring is great. You don't have to worry about this. It doesn't change anything really. I just found it, so I threw it on because it had good armor and maximum life. Use whatever you've got. And a yellow helmet. It's not very flattering, but whatever. It's better than nothing. Blood boiling. That's the most important thing right there at the bottom of text of the aspect. It says every 20 seconds your next skill is guaranteed to overpower. So if we do nothing at all and then we hit cataclysm is the only thing that we've done in the last 20 seconds. Boom, every hit from cataclysm for the entire duration is an overpower. It's very, very strong. This is how we'll nuke bosses. It's probably the only mandatory one. And then Edge Masters is just extra gravy. You don't need it, but it's nice. So yeah, I'll see you in episode 2, guys. Can't wait. See you soon.